What's up guys, this is C-Moe from C-Moe Builds, and today we are going to be reviewing the LEGO Star Wars Set 6211 Imperial Star Destroyer. This set contains 1,366 pieces and appears in episodes 4, 5, and 6. This set came out in 2006. Let's take a look at the minifigures. Here is our first minifigure. This is the Emperor's Royal Guard. This set includes two of these guys. They are completely red except for their head under their mask, which is completely black. He also has a black spear piece. There's his cape from the back, helmet from the back, and there is no detailing under the cape. So that's the Royal Guard. Next up we have the Stormtrooper. This set includes two of them. They're both exactly the same. They are pretty much just like any other Stormtrooper. No real difference. We've all seen a Stormtrooper before. He has the old blaster. And under here, he has a completely tan head. No facial expression, no face at all. As you can see. Next up, we have the Imperial Officer. This is a very basic minifigure, and he has the typical smiling face. There is very little detail on this minifigure, only some on the torso. There is no detail on the back whatsoever. So this is a very basic Imperial Officer. Our next minifigure is Grand Moff Tarkin. He is a much more detailed Imperial Officer and is the leader of the Imperial Officers. He is an older Imperial Officer, as you can tell by the gray hair and the facial features printed on the piece. His torso is more detailed than the Imperial Officer, but still has none on the back at all. He is a basic figure, but not as basic as the Imperial Officer. Our next minifigure is Darth Vader. He has to come with this set because he is a big part of the Imperial Star Destroyer. This is an older version of him, as you can tell by the print on the torso. It is very basic. Also, he does include a red lightsaber with the shiny handle, which isn't very common nowadays on lightsabers. Under here, under his helmet, this is all one piece helmet, we have a very basic Darth Vader head. The ones that are out now are much more detailed. He also does have a black cape, and there is no detail on the back of his torso. So he's a good minifigure to come in this set. Our next minifigure is R2-D5. He is very similar to R2-D2, except in a black shade instead of white and gray. His head has detail all the way around it, while his body does not. He's a good figure to get in this set as well. And our last minifigure is the Mouse Droid. It looks exactly the same on both sides, and I don't really know if it should be considered a minifigure because it really isn't a minifigure, it's more of like a buildable figure. However, it is not scaled to the movie because this mouse droid in LEGO is almost as tall as a minifigure's legs. However, in the movie, it is only as tall as their shoe. So this is a nice minifigure or a buildable figure to get because it is once again seen in the Star Destroyer, and I think that this is a good thing to put in this set because it's only in a few sets. Moving on, we have the Escape Pod. This was shown in Episode 4 when R2-D2 and C-3PO launched themselves out of the Imperial Star Destroyer. However, the set does not include them. This is a pretty nice build, and it fits well in the Star Destroyer. All these pieces here are stickers, which is unfortunate, but I guess there isn't any printed pieces that look that good, really. It's a very basic build, but I think it is overall pretty nice. There's the powering mechanism. And it does open up, so if you do want to put some minifigure in, you can. However, there is no control panel or any detail at all in the middle. You can just put a lot of figures in. So that's the Escape Pod. Okay, so now let's look at the exterior of the Star Destroyer itself. Just from looking at it from the camera, you can tell that it is well over a foot long, almost 2 feet actually. So let's just look around it at different angles. There it is head on. Looks great. Same on the other side. But what looks really cool, in my opinion, is the back. I really do like those engines there. I think they look nice. I just don't like how you can see into the Star Destroyer from the rear end. But I'll get over that. Okay, so now I guess we can look at the top. Alright, so this little knob right here, it just pulls out and down. And you can get a look into the cockpit. As you can see, right there. I'll get you a better look at it. You can see inside there. This set does include a play feature on both sides, and that is a push missile, as you can see right here. This little lightsaber piece can actually just be pushed in here, and it shoots. It's not very effective, but it does shoot. Okay, now I will show you the interior of the ship. In order to access the interior, you just take this, you lift it up, and you can just pull this entire part on. As you can see, that just fits right on like that. And then when you close this part, when my thumb is on, it closes it shut. So let's remove this and take a look. So in order to get to the inside, now that you have the top lifted off, you simply just open these flaps like this. I'll go over the main part with you, and then I'll go over the front. So in the main bunker here, you can see right here is a stand for Darth Vader's helmet, which I can demonstrate. Here is his helmet. Just rests on like that. And then you can take Vader's, you can just kind of take him and sit him here in this white chair. Like that. Now you can use this little contraption right here. It just goes down like this, and it can move side to side just by moving it like this. So if you're over here, you can drop it, actually pick up the helmet. You just gotta squeeze it. Oh, this I never really found this to work too well, but the idea is that you pick up the helmet and then you bring it over to put it on him like this. I think it's a neat idea. I just don't think that it was executed right. So that's what they were trying to get out of that. Moving over here, this is the part that the top actually connects to. That's what I was talking about. So right here, I'm actually not, I think that's the light that shows the hologram, and then these are buttons, and the hologram that I am talking about is right here. And this, not sure if you can see it, I will remove it, is Emperor Palpatine. This is a printed block, no stickers. Nothing on the other side. You can kind of see through it though. So I think that's cool. So, and the last thing that is in the back of this ship, sorry about that, is right here. This feature basically are just two doors that can slide along these pieces here on the bottom, and they reveal two very old blasters. Like, these are extremely old rifles, and I don't think they look that great, but they are iconic, definitely. And these aren't made today. Guess that's cool in that aspect. Okay, so now we can move on to the front end of the ship. So the front of the ship is not nearly as detailed or action-packed as the back, but it does have some features. Starting off up here, to make some more room and to activate this little thing, which you may be wondering what it is, you just have to lift up these mini flaps here in the very front, and that is basically a spot where you can rest the pod right there. And if this were up in the air, you could push it forward and it would actually go down into the hole like that, and it would shoot out, kind of showing you that part of the movie. And really the only other part is that if you take Darth Vader's lightsaber, or you know, one of the stormtroopers' weapons, or maybe one of the Royal Guard's spears, you can stick it right here, which I think is good. And up here is just some more space to put minifigures. If you want to store a lot of stormtroopers or whatever in here, then you can. They give you plenty of room to do that. So overall, I think that this set is good. It has a nice build, comes with nice minifigures, and it has some play features that are worth taking a look at. However, they did just make a new one of these, an updated version that is better in 2014. This is probably going to be 3 or 4 times as expensive as that one, simply because of its age and because this is a very well-known set across the LEGO Star Wars community. But I just wanted to give out this review to anybody that is interested in buying this set. So I will catch you guys all in the next LEGO Star Wars review. Bye-bye.